Hey everybody, Eric Rhodes here. Recently purchased a 2010 Dodge Ram 1500 and the key fobs obviously work to run the truck, but both of them not working, opening and closing the doors properly. This one here did have the rubber on this area when I first got it. And it seemed to be working, but it was being quite finicky. So I looked into buying some new key fobs. Here's a brand new one. I got two. This is the spare that came with the truck. So when you're looking in here, this is where the rubber actually started tearing, and I got frustrated with it and just ripped it open so I could see why it wasn't working. And in doing so, I realized that inside of here we have buttons and the connectors for the buttons are missing. So I ordered the new key fobs and looked into getting them reprogrammed, and it's quite frustrating to understand that to cut an old key is barely $1 versus programming one of these with a computer that literally takes 5 minutes or less, and they want, you know, anywhere from $50 to over $100 to reprogram one of these, and it's a bunch of horse manure. So here's the deal. Even if your case is completely destroyed, you buy a new one of these. Now, everyone wants to think that you have to get it set up specifically for your vehicle. This is true to a degree. So make sure you buy the one that is for your vehicle. But as far as programming goes, as long as this circuit board in here is not damaged, then you really don't have anything to worry about. I'm going to show you why. So to open up this one for the Dodge truck, this little slide lets you pull this piece out, which is actually a spare key. So this is a door key that you cut. So if you get locked out of the vehicle because this doesn't work, you can still get in the vehicle with this, and this will still start the car. Now, upon taking this out, that gives you the opportunity to open this up. So inside here, I'm trying to get good light on this. If you go right in this little pocket right here, which might be a little hard to see, there it is. Put that key right in here and pop that up. Then we create separation and we can open this up and look inside. We have a battery on this side, which we don't really need to mess with anything on that side. In here we have a rubber grommet right here, and it actually is a cup that holds all of this, and that is what this is. So we're going to take this out. Now on this side, on a brand new one, there is tape that covers this whole area right here and holds 3 metal caps on top of those. So those 3 metal caps is what you press down to activate each one of these buttons. So over time that tape wears out, disappears, gets damaged, and then those buttons float. And that's why it doesn't work. Now this is not damaged, but this is what I just took out of my old one, but this is actually the brand new circuit board out of this key fob. I took my original circuit board out of my key fob and put it in the new housing. And then with a razor blade, very carefully took and peeled back the tape and took the buttons off and placed them on my old circuit board. And now I have my original circuit board in the new key fob with all brand new components. So I'm going to open up my new key fob so you can see the tape and the buttons. See if I get a better view here. Okay, so as you can see, this looks a little different. There's silver buttons in comparison to this. And these other buttons down here are for extras that you get on your vehicle, or depending upon what vehicle you get. So, if you can, let's see if we could get a glare so you can see the tape on here. Right, that line right there is my tape, and that's the tape that came in the brand new fob. So all I did was very carefully stick my razor blade up under that lip of the tape and peel that off of the brand new fob. I took this board that's from my original and cleaned the top just by simply with a cotton rag, cleaning any debris off of it, and then very carefully placing these little buttons with the tape perfectly over the centers of each one of those buttons, and then pressing all the tape down. After that, you're pretty much in the go. You just put it together, you got a brand new battery and your brand new key fob controller, brand new housing, brand new everything. As soon as you put it together, it should work like brand new. So we got this right here. You slide that right back in where it was. Nice and easy. And then this slides you right into that little cup. And it's easiest if you start at the front and get that rubber to fit in that channel on the front. And once you get there, just bring those together like that. What I did find though is I tried to take my key that has been cut and put it in the new key fob. It fits a little bit snug, but it will go in. Putting the old key back in there snaps in place easier, and you can go have that cut. But I will say, if people are charging you an enormous amount to cut this special key, I just say take your old key and stuff it right inside, and you're good to go. You got a whole brand new key fob with the cut key ready to go, and it's functional. Except you don't have that. You're going to pay a lot more for that. You can try and put the old key fob back onto the new key fob if you want. I didn't try that. I don't find it necessary, but if you want that Dodge emblem on there, I'm sure you could probably make it fit. Snaps together pretty good. If your housing is all damaged on your old one, it won't matter because everything is new except for the circuit board. That's the only thing that's not new. And as long as that circuit board is not damaged, you're good to go. This is Eric Rhodes, taking care of business.